The startup pitch is back, and so is the stellar cast of judges that will determine this year's winner. Robert Dabov, Velo Partners Director. Robert Dabov is a director at Velo Partners. Velo Partners invests and manages a portfolio spanning the global gaming and gambling industry across mobile, online, land-based, real money, social, B2B and B2C assets. At Velo, Rob is focused on engaging and executing new business opportunities and supporting existing portfolio companies. Mariana Tavella, SiGMA Group, Chief Legal Officer. A first-class Cambridge graduate, Mariana passed the bar in both UK and Cyprus, has extensive experience in corporate and commercial transactions working on venture capital investments, joint ventures, acquisitions and startups, and is supporting 𝐂𝐭𝐿 Ventures as legal counsel. Herman Brenningmeier, NYCE International, Managing Partner. Herman Brenningmeier is a highly experienced serial entrepreneur, investor and executive who has been an early adopter of new technologies ranging from the internet to mobile and now blockchain technologies. Mariusz Grzewski, Google, CEE Mobile Gaming and Apps Lead. Mariusz Grzewski has been with Google since 2007. He works with top gaming and apps companies in the CEE region. Additionally, he is leading mobile gaming and apps initiatives at Google for Startup Campus in Warsaw, supporting growth of mobile gaming and apps ecosystem in the CEE region. During most of his career, he has helped some of Google's biggest clients in Central and Eastern Europe prepare and implement mobile strategies. He is a frequent speaker at gaming and mobile conferences and the founder of GameCamp, one of the biggest mobile gaming and application specialist communities in Europe. Vinicius Moraes de Carvalho, 𝐂𝐭𝐿 Ventures, Investment Partner. Vinicius has over 10 years of experience working as an investor and operator in the intersection of finance and tech. He has been an active venture capital investor at lead funds in Europe and Latin America and holds an MBA from the ESADE in Spain. Vladimir Malakchi, Shanada Investments, CEO and Managing Partner. Vladimir Malakchi is a strategic investor and business scaling expert with over a decade of experience. For the past 5 years, he has been mentoring iGaming companies, guiding them to commercial success and top rankings in the industry. Recognized as Speaker of the Year and Influencer of the Year, Vladimir is also listed among the top voices in the industry on LinkedIn. He has been nominated for prestigious industry awards multiple times, leading companies to over 300 wins and nominations. As a renowned judge and speaker at global gambling conferences, Vladimir has made a significant impact. In 2024, he founded Shanada Investments, a fund dedicated to supporting promising iGaming projects. The fund aims to revolutionize business scaling by offering not just financial backing, but also fostering a community of companies that support each other's success. Jarek Bialek, Revenue Capital CEO. Since 2004, Jarek Bialek has been active in the fintech sector, dealing with several B2B products and, in addition, taking responsibility for the areas of product management, team building, sales, and automated support. He is also actively involved in the global startup ecosystem as a mentor, coach, educator, and as an entrepreneur.
So, here we have them, all our judges on stage, minus Vladimir Malakchi. So, Vladimir Malakchi, Shanada Investments, as I said on the voiceover, he is a very good speaker, Speaker of the Year, and he probably got caught up speaking to someone about his investment company, so he's very sorry for not being here, but nonetheless, we have a cast of judges over here who are super ready to have a good listen to your pitches. So the pitches are 3 minutes long, so I would love for all of you to respect the time. On the gong, I am going to stop you. Okay, so everybody gets 3 minutes to pitch their idea, and our judges get 4 minutes in total to ask their questions and make a good judgment of who gets to win this prestigious award. So without any further ado, I would like to invite on stage the first pitch for the day, SnapOdds. Oh, Vladimir, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we have Vladimir on stage. Can we get an extra microphone, please? It's on the podium. So let's get the microphone from the podium. Vladimir, who did you stop to speak to this time?
Hey guys.
There you go. So, as I said earlier, I would like to invite on stage the first startup of the day. So, SnapOdds, please. Welcome on stage, a round of applause. So you have the podium microphone, yes. You get the center stage.
Interesting. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Okay,
can.
okay.
Yes, I can. Do we have the timer ready, ladies and
This
gentlemen?
one works as well.
They both work. They both are super functioning, ready for you to go.
Thank you very much indeed.
Do we have the counter ready? Let's go.
Can I see the counter as well, or is it only for you? Here we go. Okay, hi everybody. Nice to meet you. Thomas from SnapOdds. I'm apparently going to wake you up for our pitch and all the following ones. So what we are doing, think of us like the Shazam for sports betting, right? It's a kind of like interesting concept. You basically take your mobile phone, hold it to the TV, and we recognize the live game and show you, for example, what odds you can bet on for this game, or let's say stuff like e-commerce. Let's go to the problems. You know, it's really hard to find anything in sports betting apps, so we kind of like want to add this layer of fun and discovery. That's a problem, of course, for the bettors. Another problem is, of course, the engagement part, where we all know that even though your sports betting apps are doing a great job, but they kind of like look all the same. So how do you differentiate yourself from your competition and keep your users engaged? So that's what you can do with SnapOdds as well, right? Then the problems for the books, once again, how do you acquire users and how do you engage them? Like the gentleman from Google here was before saying how hard it is to engage and how hard it is to keep the users for the first time in the app. If I'm not mistaken, this was the stats from Google. So we are providing this acquisition and engagement. How does it work? We have two ways of operating. One is within social media, so look at that. Basically, you can invoke SnapOdds from a tweet. This is Twitter. You click on a link provided by us. You open the camera, snap the game, and here you go, you get the odds. Pretty magic. Think of Shazam. The same works within a sports betting app. Here, for example, it's a Caesars app in the US. You tip on the snap icon, it opens up, you snap, and you get the games for the odds. The odds for the game, sorry. What's the big vision? We want to enable immediate monetization for everything on TV. Enable the snap feature. Does it now work or not? Hey, I get 5 extra seconds. Just kidding. So we want to enable the snap feature, and think of it like, you know, after each snap, there could be like a treasure behind what's on TV, kind of like, you know, like maybe it's odds, maybe it's e-commerce, or some goodie. I will skip the revenue streams, it's B2B, B2C. Just quickly, this is like, kind of like how much users love us. 70% love it, 40% use the apps more. And here's a quick comparison. How does like a traditional app look like and how does it work with SnapOdds? And you see how much faster it is on the left side. Almost 8 to 10 seconds faster to find a bet. And of course, it's really, really engaging. 9, 8, 7, and done. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. That was a very well respected time. I would like to hand you my microphone. Now you can stay on stage because now the judges get to take the center stage, ask the question. So I hope you've thought about a few questions. Don't jump on each other. I'm going to start with Mariana. Ladies first, okay? I'm going to hand you my microphone so you're able to... No, you can stay over there. I'm just going to hand it to you now so you can answer your questions with this microphone, okay? Super. Do we have the timer ready? All right. All yours.
Thank you for your presentation.
Hello.
I know you ran out of time and you skipped through the slide, but what I'd like to understand is your business model and revenue streams.
Oh, so yeah, it's a B2B, obviously, thanks for asking. The B2B model is SaaS, so we license our technology to operators. Think of, like Caesars in the US or MaxBet in Serbia or something like that, for example. And the B2C model is we are now launching with our partner as an affiliate in the US for the NFL season, where we, of course, it's more like B2C, we directly approach, as you know, the players.
And what percentage do you charge?
Approaches?
What percentage do you charge?
Well, it depends. I cannot really. It depends on the deals. For now, it's not our own affiliate licenses, so we kind of like piggyback on affiliate licenses. But the CPAs are clear, right? So if we are the affiliate, we get 100%. If we do a revenue share and piggyback on somebody else's affiliate license, I cannot disclose, but it's good enough for us.
You have traction? What's the traction to date, Thomas?
Yeah, we have let's say 3 operators, and which is okay-ish. I just spoke before with Robert. It's really hard, especially now the B2B sales in the industry. That's why we hit the B2C angle now to not have to wait for the semi-dormant operators, right? Thank you.
Well, does it work? Okay. Not sure if the question was, the audio is a little bit tricky here, so not sure if the question was about traction, but would you give us some numbers behind the traction? In terms of number of users, acquisition costs?
Oh, I see users, yeah. Well, in terms of the, again, I can't really disclose the number of users of our operators. That's what the slide was I showed at the end. So let's say 70% of those users love SnapOdds. That's what I can say in terms of the KPIs. 40% said they use the app more, but it's in a couple of 100,000. That's what I can say, right? And yeah. In terms of B2C, we haven't launched yet. There, of course, I could disclose the numbers since they're our numbers. Thanks for the question.
How good you are in recognizing the right game?
Yeah, that's very stable. It's, at the end of the day, there are not so many games at the same time, number one. And number two, you have to think of, an image has so much information. It's like literally thousands by maybe 500 pixels. So maybe for the human eye, it seems like maybe very similar to another game. But for computer, you can easily distinguish it. So it's 100, I would suggest 100%. Thank you for the question.
Are you already in? No? Okay. So I'm guessing you already went to market. Can you tell me the breakdown between the revenues in the 2 products, SnapOdds and the operator one?
So can you repeat it?
Can you give me the breakdown of the 2 products, the one for the operator and the one for the social? And why are you targeting both, let's say, segments, B2B and B2C? Is there any one that is going better than the other?
Good question. So we started with the pushing to the operators started with an investment round we did in 2021. Actually, at the same time I met Robert at SBC in New Jersey, and for 3 years we pushed B2B in the US, which was super hard since the operators were doing land grabbing. So we realize now it's because we are just tired of the B2B waiting game. We have to hit the consumer directly, right? That's why we now forked off with the B2C. So in terms of revenue split, for now it's still 100% B2B since we haven't launched B2C yet.
What keeps you up at night, Thomas?
Mostly coffee and thanks. Yeah,
and also your biggest challenges and stresses.
Sure, absolutely. I was just kidding. Thank you for the question. Of course, now the hope.
So I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to stop you.
B2C.
Thank you very much, Robert. It had to be you. I'm so sorry, but we're gonna get you on the next one. We have to respect the time. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That was very, very good. I have to be that guy. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. So I'd like to invite next on stage Alina from Watchers. A round of applause. Alina, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Super. Timer, are we ready? Let's roll.
Yeah, okay. I'm Alina from Watchers, and I'm excited to share with you how we are reshaping the gaming landscape. Actually, online traditional betting platforms face a significant challenge. Their users have a lack of social interactions, and that leads to missed revenue opportunities. That's why we created Watchers, a social building SaaS that makes any betting or casino or any content platform social. With our chats on your platform, your users can discuss their bets, predictions, emotions directly on your platform, avoiding any external social media, messengers, or any external apps. Also, you can add live video or audio streaming into the chat and give your users YouTube or Twitch experience directly on your platform. Our AI moderation provides a trusted and healthy space for your users. Also, you can grow not only like conversations on your platform, but you can grow your revenue with our tools and widgets that build on APIs and can be linked to your CRM system. You can also add AI bots to grow engagement, and our killer feature, copy betting widget, that allows your users to share their bets on a chat and copy each other's bets into just 2 clicks. Or you can add copy share win widgets for casino games. Actually, we're one-stop shop for all betting platforms because our AI moderation works perfectly. We can be integrated just in 2 hours. Our widgets grow your revenue significantly, and we are focusing on iGaming industry this year. From this business side, we are SaaS with no setup fee, with a free trial, and with subscription fee. We have more than 20 clients around the world with 500,000 users in our chats monthly and substantial revenue. Our leadership team has been developing this product for more than 2 years. And this year we're developing further with casino games and casino platforms, and we are bringing a value to tens of new clients. So join us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alina. Great presentation. Have you got any examples of how your different features, like the copy bet feature or the chat, impact customer metrics? So, for example, engagement or customer lifetime value?
Actually, we analyze everything in our copy betting widget based not only on our idea, but we analyzed our users' messages on the chats. And we noticed that users actually like to share their bets. They use text to describe what they based on, what they bet on, what they placed on. And we just see, okay, if you want to share, we give you a tool. And now we see our partners and our clients, they provide A/B tests before the full launch, and we see the revenue grows. All these numbers you see on screens, it's not just ideas, it's real numbers from different partners. So
it's an implementation into the platform, right?
Yes, it's integrated through web view on the platforms, and you can integrate it just in 1 day.
Right, and then the AI module, that to me is very interesting. Facebook, many of the bigger guys, etc., they already have a lot of problems with the moderation.
Yes,
how is that moderation truly being controlled?
Yes, moderation is one of our advantages because we work on it since the launch. We have 4 layers of moderation, but you asked about AI. It's only 1 layer from within 4 of them, and we have 2 models, ML models. One is based on core of messages we actually had on a chat, and another one is based on OpenAI. So we have 2 models to cover many languages as we can.
My question was also regarding this AI moderation, because as he pointed out, several of those platforms, TikTok, Facebook and so on, they still rely on companies like Cognizant to basically do manual moderation. How did you overcome this manual moderation to an AI?
Yeah, because we have all tools. Like if you want to have at the end, at the last layer, manual moderation, we can provide you tools, because sometimes you want to have 100% clean chats. But AI cover, I can say to you exact number, 95% of this violence. Of course, we cannot cover all of them, because sometimes users can be too creative when they want to be rude. But we try to cover everything. For example, for links, we have another approach. For example, if users want to send links, we just mask them. We don't provide an opportunity to share their phones or personal information. But about this violence, sexual harassment, or the things about self-harassment, for example, AI works really well, because it was, taught on many messages about harassment, so they know what to do. So
there are a lot of things that you mentioned. You're analyzing data, and you're measuring on analyzing of operators' data. For operators, data is the main key point of interest and key points of business. How are you working with the security of these data, and how are you working with the sharing from operators all this data? Because for now it's the hugest problem.
Yeah, I understand totally, and actually we don't operate any personal data of your users. We operate with get parameters with user ID. So when we operate with your users and their messages that are provide text on public chats.
I'm speaking mostly not about the messages. Messages I don't care. Messages is easy. I mostly care about your gamification tools. Like you're analyzing bets, you're analyzing LTV, you're analyzing other data.
Yeah.
This is more secure.
I just want to answer, but I don't have enough time. But actually, we don't have any sensitive information from your side. User.
Alina, I'm so sorry.
I have an answer.
I have to be that guy. We have to be fair. But thank you very much. So I'd like to invite next on stage. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready from taking your votes? Okay, super. On stage for you, Super Sue. Herman, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Super. Are we ready for the timer? Let's hit it.
Thank you. My name is Bernd Henning. I'm since more than 20 years in the iGaming industry. And together with our core team, 𝐂𝐭𝐡 and Sarah, we're working together since 15 to 20 years in various sports betting and casino companies. And we have seen a lot of problems for the operators and for the customers. Nowadays, it's problematic that customer acquisition costs are going up dramatically, and customer lifetime and profit is going down. User experience is not that good as it could be, and customers have 10, 12 different services independent from streaming, news, sports betting, social media. Especially as the customers are going more and more with streaming and social media, it's not more in the hands of the operator, which is a little bit weird because he's paying to build up his community and it's based on third party. So, and if they switch your accounts off. So your assets are not in your hands. So where we said we need an app where we think big and we provide the customer and the operator with a functionality which gives everything in one hand, a one-stop shop thing. From social media, over messenger, fintech, sports betting and casino. We built a software as a service solution This app will be given to operators in each country where they want to operate, and it will be suited then to the compliance needs for this country. And the customer has there everything in it, and it will create customers by recommendation, because when the community is growing, customers are coming. So it means the customer acquisition costs are much lower. And when the customer has everything in one app, why should he leave? So the profit will be higher, the user experience is higher. So it's a win-win situation for both, for the customers and for the operators. Our business model is based on a platform fee.
Bernd, that was spectacular. A round of applause. Woo. All right, so I'm sure the judges have a lot of questions. Do I have a timer ready? 4 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
If I may quickly, so usually when I see no competitors claim, I usually have a lamp blinking back of my head. Why no competitors? So what do you have, or what have you noticed on the market what others haven't, and what's your secret sauce?
There is no super app yet for sports fans or sports betting where you have all this from streaming, from Sky, from everything.
Why not?
Because every operator thinks on his main product and adds some few little add-ons, but they rely on other third party. And we have seen, I was managing director at Merco Online for a couple of years. I was B2B director at Bet3000 and MyBet. And we struggled with that. But the IT team or the board said, that's not our core business. But what's your core? It's your customers, it's your assets and your database. So you should think about a little bit bigger, like a shopping center and not a little tiny corner shop. So in Asia, you see these super apps. They understood. And I think it's time now with this problematic situation of prices, costs going up, customer lifetime going down, experience, and it's everything social. So we cannot rely as operators anymore on third parties.
In some way. So as I understand, it's B2B model, correct? Or
yes.
And do you have any companies testing that already? How does it work?
We tested it. We are at a stage, and until now we bootstrapped with our own team. We invested $250,000, and now we are in a seed round, and we are speaking with the first operator, which I cannot disclose. But we are at the early stage. That's why we are looking for a seed investment.
This idea of a super app has been vogue for quite some time, and very few companies throughout any industry have been able to build one. And what they usually do is build by features, right? You build let's say, somewhat of a prototype, and then you go to the market and figure out which features you should be adding through your super app. Can you tell me, you listed here a whole bunch of features that this super app is going to have?
We have already a testing version. We have a testing version where there is a third-party sportsbook included, and also some payment methods. So we could go in unlicensed markets. We could run with someone if he's. That's what we are at the moment. Here. So we are. Yeah?
With all the features that you're listing here.
Yes. We invested 1.5 years in the development with the more than 20 years experience we have.
So on one side, you want people to take the whole platform, right?
Yes.
So they start from scratch. On the other side, we have a lot of people.
No.
You're going to run it beside existing
platforms. An existing sports betting operator, and we have everything with APIs in it. So if you would be Betano or Bet365, you could come and your sportsbook would be integrated in the app environment within 4 weeks.
Okay, but then what do I do with my app? I let it go? Bet365 has its own app. Do I let it go, or do I integrate everything that you do into my app? If I'm Bet365.
Yeah, no, they don't have an app. They have a sports betting product as app functionality, but they don't have the app around what we have. So their sportsbook would be integrated in our app to have all the streaming, because customers normally they pay for their streaming. You give it, instead of a bonus or CRM, you give them the streaming and some other services which are in the app. which is for the operator much cheaper than giving him €100 bonus instead.
Ding dong. Bernd, fantastic. Thank you very much. This was super, Sue. Thank you very much for being on stage. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. So next on stage, I have a local over here from Hungary, Milan from Casinolove KFT. Hello. How are you doing?
Very well.
Fantastic. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. A round of applause for Casinolove. I'll give you a moment to set yourself up. You give me the go-ahead. So how are we doing, Milan? Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Thank you.
AV, are we ready? Clicker is ready?
Yep.
Are we good? Super. In 3, 2, let's go.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. We are a small Hungarian startup founded in May 2021. We were bootstrapped, and within 12 months, we became profitable. Our annual financials are public as required by law. Hungary offers a great investment environment with office spaces starting just from €8 per square meter in the south. We benefit from affordable, skilled labor, direct flights to Malta, and the lowest corporate tax rate in the EU at just 9%. We operate as a video content creation studio specialized in the iGaming industry's casino vertical. We offer an end-to-end service covering everything from video content strategy, ideation and scripting, to actor sourcing, recording, editing, subtitling, translating, and even covering content with article format. We can also support publishing. Our clients range from game studios and operators to tech providers and affiliates. Our product portfolio is designed to align with the specific business objectives of the iGaming industry. For awareness and acquisition, we provide game tutorials, gameplay videos, and promotional videos, all aimed at attracting and engaging new players or viewers. To support community and retention, we offer gaming live streams to build a sense of community among players. With guides and FAQs, we improve the customer experience. By providing clear instructions, our content helps reduce the need for customer support. For brand building and trust enhancement, we create interview content that showcases the brand's expertise and builds credibility with the audience. Now, let's talk about where we position ourselves in the market. Compared to in-house, we are faster and more cost-effective than setting up an internal team, which can take up to a year or two to become efficient. Compared to generic ad agencies and freelancers, we can operate on a fire-and-forget basis, requiring minimal guidance from our clients. We already understand the products and viewer preferences of the iGaming space, ensuring that all content adheres to the brand guidelines and the regulatory requirements. So, why are we here today? We are seeking semi-active investors or partners with strong iGaming connections. The right partner can help us accelerate growth, increase both revenue and margins. While a cash injection isn't our primary focus, it could help us seize new opportunities and further improve our operational efficiency. Finally, well, there is no final slide, but I can tell the final slide would be that we are an official media partner for SiGMA East Europe 2024 event, and we are offering a free video interview opportunity tomorrow if you have time. Feel free to reach out to me, and you can just use one of the contact details on the QR code, I suppose, then. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, Milan. That was Casinolove's speech. Judges, have you thought about some questions? Are we ready? Mariana, one second. Are we ready for the timer? Let's go, Mariana.
So I understand that one of your competitors are influencers. Influencers obviously have a huge reach. They don't just offer content. How are you better than them?
That's a very good question, but I think influencers are selling you a different type of product. They are actually selling you exposure, not the video content. What we are selling you is the video, and you own the content, or depending on the licensing that we agree to it. And we do have a public portfolio where you can watch some of our content. It's not our main business. So in fact, we are happy that there are influencers and we look out what type of content they create. We use those ideas to create our own products as well.
Hi. It sounds like quite a manual business you've got here. So hypothetically, let's say you raise $1 million or whatever your desired fundraise is. What are going to be your main use of the funds to supercharge growth going forwards?
That's a very good question. As I mentioned in the slide, cash in itself wouldn't be much of a help for us, to be honest. That's why we are looking for a semi-active investor who has really good connections to gaming studios, operators, or anyone in the iGaming industry, and able to help us capture new opportunities. And then when we have to scale up, having an extra financial backup would be very helpful, but only then.
How are you going to scale this business? What the main scaling of it you see? Because when you're coming to any kind of investors, even it's connection or money, all the investors are looking like, okay, we're putting 1 million, we want to take out like 3, 5, 10 millions. What the possibility of scaling this business? Because what I'm seeing now, you need to hire hundreds of video developers, and this is the only one model.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So we are not as scalable as like a SaaS product or a mobile application or something like that. To create more videos, we have to hire new presenters, new video editors, and things like that. But based on my experience so far and based on the available human resources here in Hungary, that was never really an issue to find the right people so far. So, and in terms of like, is there any business outside? I think we are very, very small, and there is a lot of presence to grow within the iGaming industry. There are a lot of smaller and larger companies who need videos, I think, and they just didn't really see the return on investment so far, or they didn't really have like a good use case for them to hire someone externally.
My question is following up on his. You said you were profitable,
yes,
growing, and so on and so forth. And he brought a very interesting point, which is very hard to scale this. This question is for you particularly. Are you sure it's the best strategy to try to go after an investor that in 8 years' time is going to request 10x from a company instead of you just growing organically and keep this business for yourself?
To be honest, I think we can get to the position where we want to even without external investors because we are already profitable. And as I try to emphasize in my slides, that it's more about accelerating the growth rather than actually becoming even more profitable.
And are you building any tech behind that, or it's really creative by creative? How it's working now?
That's actually a very good question. So all the technology that we use is built in-house. Well, so we are using, of course, external video editing software and everything that's available in this industry, but we created a lot of internal scripts that helps automating and connecting different software. And for example, when it comes to translation, we can use a lot of AI and other tools, to be honest, to help speed that up.
Thank you very much. We're learning how to stick with the time more and more each time. We're getting there. Thank you very much, Milan. Another round of applause for Casinolove. Thank you very much. So, I have the last pitch of the day for you from Bulgaria. I have for you Ilan Nathan from One Two All OOD. Welcome. I have a microphone for you. And also, please, while he goes on stage, give him a round of applause. Clicker is right on the podium. So I'll let you settle in. Ilan, once you give me your go-ahead, I will get you your timer.
Ready.
Are we ready? Let's roll.
Hello, I am Eyal, and today I'm going to speak with you about the future of TV. Imagine that you are watching something on your screen. It can be a TV serial, a news, a movie, or a football match. You are alone, but you really wish you could watch it with someone else. With One Two All, you can. We have invented the virtual living room, or in short, the VLR. One Two All is the first shared TV platform in the world. We connect people together on a virtual living room where they can watch TV together and interact. It's easy and intuitive to use, and it can be very easily integrated into third-party streaming platforms. We have unique technology for minimizing resources by using users' devices as servers. Our users can use our micro-billing to gain stars, and then with those stars they can pay for additional services like watching premium rooms, premium streams. One Two All TV is available on PC, tablets, telephones, and soon on smart TV and on VR. How does it work? You're watching something on your screen, never mind what platform. The share button appears. You click on it. With one click, the share room opens. Here, you can already invite your friends to join. And once you invite them, by the way, the room is also published everywhere, so some other users can join as well. And once everybody is online, you can watch TV together or any other stream and interact. Our business model is mainly B2B, with licensing of existing broadcasters or operators with our platform and adding the share button into their existing platform. The global streaming market is going to reach close to $1 trillion by 2028. And it means that our growth potential is huge. Many people ask me why are we different from other video conferencing platforms on one hand and from live video platforms from another hand. Well, the difference is that we are a bridge between those two platforms, and we bring the best of both worlds, plus the benefit of being a standalone platform that can be integrated into a third-party operator, like a gaming operator or a TV broadcaster. Those are some of the differences between us and the other services.
Thank you very much, Eli. A round of applause for One Two All OOD. Now giving the microphone to the judges. Are we ready for the counter? Can I get a thumbs up? May I get a thumbs up? Amazing. Let's go.
I like the product very much, but the way that I'm looking at it is like, okay, if you make that sharing button available, let's say we both have a Netflix account, you're going to make a deal with Netflix, or, you know, I and then the other person has to have the same account, and then, I mean, both a Netflix account, and then we're going to watch it, and then we're going to talk about it, that type of thing. Can we chat as well on the site? I mean, I have a lot of different questions, because I almost think that, you know, something like this is definitely hugely, you know, potentially of interest to a lot of people, but you're going to have a lot of clashes with IP rights, I think.
Well, thank you for this question. It's a really good question, because our initial approach was to give a full open platform with democratic platform that everybody can use it, like B2C. We think we can collaborate with the legal challenges, but eventually we decided to use our platform for B2B. So our target customers are other operators that already has the content rights, or we are here in a gaming conference. It can be a gaming operator that wants to stream the game and put an overlay betting on top of it, or some overlay game while other people are watching the two sides playing. For instance, one of the customers we are discussing now this solution with, they're organizing matches between colleges in the States. And then they stream those matches and other people join, and they can play small betting games while they're watching the matches. You know, who will connect more precious stones, who will shoot more bullets, etc.
Yeah, you have to go B2C even in that area, I think. B2B is not going to work.
Okay.
Personal
Thank
opinion.
you.
How many TV distributors do you currently? How many TV distributors do you currently have on board on this? Have you had any feedback?
We are a startup. We have the MVP ready. It can be. You can test it. You can see it. To go to market, we need additional money. We are raising now money exactly for this, to go to market. So far, we are self-funded. We didn't take any external money. and we need another more funds, like 2.5 million to go to market.
Did you count, like following that question, like how many operators do you need more or less to have that at least on the zero side?
Well, the first or the second operator will already bring us to profitability. So far, we invested a little bit more than 1.5 million, and the license fees for the platform is very unique. It's something that can be comparable to YouTube, or the functionality is amazing.
But how much it will cost to the distributor to have it in that model?
Well, I'm not quoting now, but it will be in the range of $1 million, approximately.
How have you validated that that's actually a viable idea in terms of numbers, in terms of traction?
Well, thank you again for the question. I mean, we are operating OTT TV from 2011 and collecting users' feedback. One of the things that users are constantly searching for is more channels. And we understood that there is a limitation to the number of channels that OTT service can offer. And then we started thinking outside the box and inventing the model again. With our platform, at the moment, we are offering more than 1,600 channels with 4 servers. And we can offer like 10,000 channels because our technology is offloading our servers in a way that we are very open.
Thank you very much. Nathan from One Two All OOD. Thank you very much. This was our last pitch for the day. So, let's turn our heads to the judges now. I have a couple of questions for you. Let's start from Robert. Well, what did you think about this the startup pitch? How was it different to others that you've judged before?
I think what's different on this one is you've got a whole raft of companies. They're very different to what you normally see. So, for example, the one we just saw with One Two All OOD, you don't normally see stuff like this. It's an innovative way to think about things. I mean, it's also good to see businesses with validation like Watchers. Watchers is a business already with 80K monthly run rate revenue. It's an established business. I also really like the way Watchers and what they're trying to bring to the gambling business with copy bet widgets, with chat features. These are the kind of ways that gambling's going, introducing social features. So, yeah, it gets my pick.
Cool. That was good. Mariana, what did you think?
I think it's great. It's very difficult, the task that all the startups have. They have very limited time to present, and we have very limited time to ask questions. So obviously we would want to sit here for hours and listen more and understand more about their business model and how they're doing, but I think we managed to get as much information as we could in the limited time, and I think they all did great, and I look forward to see who's going to be the winner.
Now I see that most people were panicking a little bit less this time. We have had startup pitches where the timer went off like literally halfway through the pitch. You need to be ready. You need to put your idea on the line because, of course, I mean, each and every one of us just gets 3 minutes, and when that's up, that's your chance. Hammond, let's get your opinion.
Yeah, I always enjoy this. I'd like to see a little bit more around the financials and, of course, the foundation of the company. The team, very few people have spoken about the team, so I think that should be highlighted. And I think, what are your unique selling points that basically you say, I'm going to kick ass, I'm going to be the 10x, as my colleague, earlier said. I really like to see pictures that basically says, I have this enormous growth in mind, that's why I'm here, and I'm going to, change. And I think some of them, definitely had an opportunity to make those statements. Some of them did, not as much, as they should have. But overall, I think, there are 2 or 3 that really stand out. I think the rest, I would say it's exciting, but you need to be able to really be stronger in where you're going. I think that some of them have pivoted along the way, etc. And it's not clear enough yet. So as a potential investor, I would demand more.
That was very constructive, Herman. Thank you very much. Marius, you've joined us in Asia for the last startup pitch. You've had a few comments over there. So after your experience in Manila, what can you tell about this one?
So I feel like a few really good ideas. I think, well, like, following the previous ones, yeah, like, understanding and showing what is like unique point of your like potential solution. I think it's especially important in this B2B space where this like validation and like showing like this traction is actually quite tricky. Like because at the end of the day you can get to the idea there are actually a few ideas trying to reach very similar point in very similar audience and very similar case. So that's why in general like I think the B2B cases it's very easy to inflate the like the market or like show those big numbers, like not thinking okay that finally the number of potential clients much lower than we think, because not necessarily the operators have the same interest to go that. Maybe they will prefer to do it on their own. Maybe like not necessarily competitors will agree to have the same. So I think that's something that we need to consider, and I think thinking more about this B2B space as well, yeah, because again I think this B2B space usually is harder to start, but then it's a little bit easier to see the traction and easier to actually scale finally as well.
Definitely food for your thoughts or future startup pitches that we'll have on stage. Vinicius, just like Mariana, a veteran on stage for the startup pitch. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I think you mentioned something that I was going to, which is how well prepared all the startups were. Either for the pitches or answering questions, they were all very well prepared and very knowledgeable about their business. The second point that caught my attention, the last pitch competition that I did was in Brazil, and there was an array of startups in different stages. This one, all the startups were pretty much in the similar stage of their development phase, so it's very easy and way more comfortable to understand where they're coming from, what are the metrics that they are looking for at that particular moment. And the third, still somewhat related to the second point, which is we spoke a lot about concepts here. I think very few still in the validation, most of them are still in the validation kind of stage. And that, particularly to me, that opens up an array of different questions that you're not diving into KPIs, you're not diving into actual financial metrics and things like that. You're actually speaking about concept, and if the ideas are actually proven to be valid in real life. And as a very early stage investor, I'm keen on that.
I couldn't agree more. Vinicius, thank you very much. It keeps getting harder the further I go down the line. But Jarek, I'm sure you have something new to elaborate on.
Well, that's why I'll be quick. So I really enjoyed that. I can just echo what's been already said, that the message was sent across. I really appreciate the fact that that the presentations were made in full. We didn't have anyone stopped in the half. The only thing which always helps me kind of to bring myself on the same page across all presentations is the ask. And that's something I actually missed, at least in terms of some of the presentations. So I understand that there are different objectives behind the guys being here, and those objectives are supposed to play different roles, like where they currently are. But if money is being put on the table, or supposed to be put on the table, then it's always good to understand, okay, what are the money, and if not the expected terms, at least what role this money is supposed to play on the roadmap. So that's just something I would love to see maybe further on.
So more clarity, basically. Most definitely. Vladimir, I'm seeing you so ready. You've been eyeballing me the whole time. Let's go, Vladimir.
I have enough time to be prepared. What I'm thinking, when you're a startup and you're coming for speaking with investors, you still don't have enough money to invest the project, but you have enough time and enough knowledge to be prepared pretty well. And what we've seen from some pitch decks, the guys I won't tell the names, but they were not so prepared. They didn't make the full analysis of the market, and they didn't show to investors enough understanding of the market where they're jumping in. Not enough analytics, not enough showing the numbers, not enough data, not enough competitors, not enough analysis of competitors. And this is the main mistake that the startups are making. You can have very small MVP, very simple, several speaking with possible partners. It's more than enough. You don't need like integrations or other stuff. But the main thing you need, some analysis of the market, some analysis of competitors, comparable table, why you're better, why we should take a look, because you know this market much better than we are. We expect this, firstly. And this is the main mistake what I'm seeing from pitch deck to pitch deck to pitch deck. It is the main thing. Some of the projects thank you a lot for really mature preparation. During the pitch deck, you're receiving the whole answer. So yeah, I have some favorites there, and I hope they will win this pitch session. Thank you. Anyway, thank you a lot for preparing. I know this is hard, especially in time slots. It's always hard when time is ticking and you are trying to tell as more words as you can. It's always very, very tough. But the guys done, from the presentation point of view, from telling the words, the guys done very well.
Thank you very much, Vladimir. Very well elaborated. Super, super. Ooh. So based on the comments I just got now, and on the questions, and your pitches, I have a winner. So I would like you guys to put your hands together, and this was by far the best one we had. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present this award for the East Europe 2024 Startup Pitch to watchers. Alina, come on stage. Congratulations, congratulations. Lift it up, proud. A round of applause for watchers, ladies and gentlemen. Anything you'd like to say to the crowd? Of course, now you're excited, of course, take your pictures. Anything you'd like to say to the crowd? Anything you'd like to suggest to future startups?
I want to say thank you to all of you because it was really good questions. I didn't like to pitch, but I like to answer your questions, so thank you.
Congratulations. So before you leave the stage, I would like to have a group photo together with all the judges. They did vote you a winner at the end. So I'll join you guys.